Well, abusuafoɔ ɛha yɛ Kings TV GH Sports ɛnra Ghana ɛbɔ ɔmo game against Cape Verde. Saa bere yi yɛwɔ media center ɛwɔ Abidjan ɛnkyɛ top analyst ɛbɛtena ase na afei wɔn awura mu ɛwɔ the Blasters of Ghana game no. Game no ɛnra ehu ne sɛn. Wadwenkyerɛ wobɛtumi de aba ɛwɔ comment section hɔ na afei bia nso atumi akɔnkan.
Well, we are live from CAF Media Center, Abidjan. And African Cup of Nations 2023, the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations, Koso, La Cote d'Ivoire, and that's Ivory Coast, Oba Abidjan, Euphoria, Wahano, was 3 years, if we say, we host Nations Cup, ɛyɛ akyɛ yie. Na wohwɛ ɛyɛ Ivory Coast mu a yɛka the elephants of la Cote d'Ivoire na kyerɛ sɛ in terms of ɛyɛ nations cup abakwasɛm mu anaasɛ Africa nations cup no ɔmo wɔ so yie paa. When you mention Ivory Coast, the elephant of La Cote d'Ivoire, ɔmo ɛna ɛyɛ the host nation a ɔmo hyɛ ɛyɛ dwumadie ase nyinaa na ɛyɛ n'ano ɛnora the Black Stars of Ghana nso nya akwanya etumi esi akan ɛwɔ Felix Fofo-Boenye Sports Stadium na deɛ ɛkɔ wieɛ ɛna ɛnɛ yɛatena ase a yɛbɛsɛ yɛde ho yɛbɔbɔ wɔ ho deɛ ankɔ yie deɛ ɛkɔɔ yie what we need to do next ɛwɔ ɛyɛ yɛ game a ɛne the Pharaohs of Egypt nso ɛbɛtumi de ahwɛ mu ɛwɔ ɛyɛ stadium Felix Fofo-Boenye Sports Stadium on coming Thursday ɛno ɛna ne KCBG Sports yɛatena ase a yɛbɛbɛdwene hɔ no yɛfrɛ no Ken Khalid a ɛnɛ mene no nua Awa Mohammed ɔwɔ Kesben yɛbɛtena ase a yɛbɛbɛbɔbɔ ho deɛ ɛkɔɔ yie ne deɛ ankɔ yie in total no the tournament itself krampo no sɛn na sɛsi a no yɛsi ehu tournament no ɛne the euphoria ɛwɔ ekuro mu ɛne mmɔntene so nyinaa ɛwɔ ɛyɛ far away ɛyɛ Abidjan abɔntene don't forget sɛ tournament no wokɔ Wagadugu a ebi so ɛrekɔ so wokɔ ɛyɛ Yamoussoukro a ɛnɛ matches no bi ɛrekɔ so ɛwɔ hɔnom a ɛno nyinaa no yɛde ho nsɛm ɛde brɛ wo so awa yo kin mo wakɔ aba mejo so far AFCON 2023 this was AFCON and I think the first 2023 but yeah 2024 ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ Abidjan mu a so far yɛbɛpie mu ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Ivory Coast man mu ha na Cote d'Ivoire man mu ha no sɛ na wohu the euphoria no about this AFCON yeah boy.
Well, I think the tournament here, first of all, let me talk about the hospitality of the Ivorians.
Yeah.
Omo gye ahoho. Honestly, they are easygoing. Only omo kasa, they are very, very friendly. Omo mema, obia, any obe communicating. Just by say, so there be a language barriers now. It be a so there be waha on shed and different. It be a communication. Yeah, now quite problem. But they've been so phenomenal when it comes to the hospitality. And opening ceremony, of course, on Thursday was honestly one of the best. Good performances. Over Adiamobe display, cultural display, total African display of an opening ceremony. One of the best. And especially when you saw say Yemi Alade any magic system, Ebaya no more perform the Afghan official song Akwabano. You saw say the euphoria was quite lighted up at the stadium, at the Alassane Dramane Ouattara Stadium, newly built stadium in area Efeho Ebimpi. So far so good. And on the opening game Neshasi and the rest of the games now to us are APT Enra Ababedi and
well, so far, so we have matches, and let's come to the games itself.
Yeah.
Group A. So we have Group A. I say this is the second time Nations Cup, you move from Group A to Group E, Group F.
yeah,
The previous two encounters, that is 2021, 2017, was Group A up to F.
Yeah.
And then this is the third time you go Group F. So far, social groups now, most especially from Group A, matches are fair. Ivory Coast, the Elephants of La Cote d'Ivoire against Guinea-Bissau. Elephants, need 2-0, then Nigeria against Equatorial Guinea, 1-1. Look at the pedigree of Ivory Coast in the Elephants in Cup of Nations, and then the pedigree of the Green Super Eagles in Cup of Nations. Were you expecting say that was the results?
Well, for Ivory Coast, the Omunya, yes, Guinea-Bissau a relatively not an experienced side when it comes to the Africa. Omu make your debut in 2017, Ewo Gabon, and Omu Abiba, the Omoko 2019, near no Omukurani. So Guinea-Bissau, the last time I shared, no, Ewo Africa. Since Guinea-Bissau, Yenyan winning Guinea-Bissau was the last opponent I Ghana shared in Ewo Africa. And was about 2021, and was a few and only Ivory Coast. So Ivory Coast share game and I see was expected say they will run riot over the Guinea-Bissau team because among a top notch side. Among two players Obeka said they are up there Mama Baldi or Sinakai Olympic Lyonnais and then Piquet crowd when you're crying competition. So Moreto Kasama mo any the likes of other guys are more within the squad no and Omokabo. But you say Ivory Coast Jean-Philippe Cassou and then Seko Fofana they kind of open the floodgate in this competition. I'm not sure the first goal of the AFCON 2023 obeka o make that move no a ball shot no before the second half omunya the second goal e man buy but the other game in group A Super Eagles omo brave honestly omo team so but it was a game during the first half no king you saw say Victor Osimhen essay chances it was a game that the Nigerians could have won by at least 4 goals to 1 but almost say chances Victor Osimhen man for Gini detail obetimi ahye obetimi abangi in the goals no ama no no the guy was say chances now ekotia the Super Eagles of Nigeria ama Jim akoye goalless akoye 1-1 draw but one thing is say Equatorial Guinea for the share just a minute later and Nigeria for reply with a Victor Osimhen equalizer. The way na Egypt nso beto aso. So beka Egypt ni Mozambique Mohamed Mustafa and a share first goal. Last AFCON Oboya from match day 1 up till the final one shegu and share first goal. You saw say Mozambique for no eti ka e de ba ko ka ho. So the Egyptians were chasing the game. Egypt plan chasing game no say the benya results. And finally omukonya penalty. Etimi de take command ko ye tutu. Omu wie ya na Black Stars. Yes we be boy ya yes we disappointed. And you could lose 2-1 against Cape Verde. A team 20 years ago, you bought AFCON World Cup qualifiers, you come home, a question 4-0. And then you see AFCON, Emma Shay, Emma Boyen, Emma threaten you go cry, change say on.
We wish that before we come to the Black Stars games, we should say the Minos, you know, because I remember I asked Coach Witten about Minos, like the vet, such a Mino in African football.
Yeah.
Now, what me Asha Ghana in an open first game of Black Stars of Ghana, a group game. But looking at Nigeria against Equatorial Guinea, Equatorial Guinea, comparatively to Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea is also a Minos in African football. The fourth appearance in the Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
So don't you think that this Cup of Nations, the Minos, you know, they are, I mean, coming.
Oh, one thing is that football on the continent is now growing.
Yeah.
Omo affairs na omo ka echi na da bia ye show mo sese no kai hu ne sese wona omo hia enkoye easy going saa ti sese the first ni si
So
che
we call trade their omo so ba.
sese omo so ba omo ka che a nti se unye onema yi a wo be ka ebedu me bi kwa ha omo ba be san Kevin mekai your last World Cup qualifier ye ni omo ko boy for the first World Cup ye koy mekai park no na enhye na nye park kitu bia wo be ka se bia eye pe ni be but Quebec improve infrastructure in terms of football pitches. Maybe make sure say FIFA goal project na ebe ba no make sure say invest and Quebec bobo which means there are players top leagues. And no seven J's Giovanni Osina kan Edema Salernitana. Even though it's El Salernitana there, but in the Italian Serie A. But 25 years ago, who is a Quebec ni at that top level football? Ryan Mendes, captain, no, Lily in the French Ligue 1, but say, Obo Fatih Karambourouk in the Turkish Super League. So almost some pocket of other players now. Because they are playing at top leagues. So one thing is that they are growing. Comoros some of the shock of our lives during the last half. So you saw said Minos no say imagine some home. Almost so a basro Algeria echoed 34 matches unbeaten. Equatorial Guinea and a stop during the last half. And say Equatorial Guinea was stop Algeria and Nigeria about draw 1-1. And say is a 1-1 because those guys are also catching up. They are coming strongly because almost making sure investing. Say the way almost players anything catch up. Right now, Sasha said I said almost that type of decision to let players switch nationality. And now you saw baby, former player of Manchester United, Alex Ferguson, and now you saw him said now Kevin for Jesse. Say I mean you can say only player Abdul Mumin and what are you Valicano. So some of the other countries, people say, and Equatorial Guinea, who Bruni, who say, was Spain, or Monina Casa, or no about the same team. At Saturday, and apart from that, Omo make sure some football, two point, Basro. Say, we are Ghana, say, we are Egypt, say, we are Ivory Coast, say, we are Nigeria. Now, I want to say, Udi, Dina, the NSA. And then Mozambique, it's me, man, Egypt, down by 2 goals to 1. Now, Egypt, chasing results. This shows you, say, say football, no, especially on the continent, some of the countries are now growing. More pass.
Well, one surprising is that so at the time last start of Ghana, at the time the forests of Egypt, when the Omoko died, what I said, they went to sleep. In 2012, they were absent in the
Yeah,
AFCON.
yeah.
2013, they were absent.
2015,
2015,
yeah,
they were
they
absent.
came back in
Three
2017.
consecutive times, they were absent. Ghana, Yantini, Angie, Nations Cup, in the absence of
Egypt.
Egypt. Nigeria, after Nigeria winning in 2013 in South Africa, Nigeria went to sleep because Nigeria didn't appear in 2017
and 15.
and then 15. Ghana, we couldn't take that advantage. Oh, then look at Cameroon. After Cameroon, back again in 2019.
They were
So
there
I
in
said,
2017.
they were there. 2019, 2017, I'm making history.
Yeah.
So 2019, but before 2017, making that history, even 2015, Cameroon, oh, somebody, you will not see them. Said the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon are performing AFCON. With all this, Ghana, because all the
Well,
superpowers in African football, they are
problem no,
more than NASA. Sorry,
problem no,
but still Ghana
fundamental.
but
Problem no, fundamental. Number one, football no, yeah, shas yeah, football. Yenim say omo ana omo ema foundation, junior setup.
yeah,
Under 17, under 20. We say back in the 90s, every time they are consistent, they qualify. Until by the time say mpanyinfoɔ no ba bɛfuru hɔ wobɛhu sɛ one of the 2 3 4 players under 20 no more rise
I'm all
a
right.
no more ba bɛhyɛ mu but ɛne ntumi qualify
Just
ɛne
like
yɛtwɛn sɛ Ghana ni bi mfiri ha nkɔ UK na ɔnkɔ wo ne ba ne akɔ akɔpa na kyɛw sɛ ɔmma ne ba no ɛmbɛyɛ Ghana ni na ɔma bɛbɔ this approach no is not the best and besides yɛmfa coaches papa number 2 yɛn local football is at an all-time low nti sɛ ama foundation no yɛn course level nso ɛsɛ sɛ ɛpɛgya mu kakra the academic football, yen shemukina, you make sure all these fundamental problems maybe solve. And then someone says Senegal shemiensa.
exactly.
Boy, I'll share 2 goals. Lamin Kamara. Last year, no under 20 team winning AFCON under 20 championship. Ewo Egypt. Okachan team omukoji chan tournament. Ewo Algeria. And almost under 20 World Cup no come. Ye mark half awards night ewo November ya ono no young best player of the year. And then making a debut AFCON as a 20-year-old boy. Lamine Kamara scored 2 goals and won the man of the match.
Well, so it's really about the switching. When you're the supporter, so Milo Muka Pam, every scene, none of the coaches, your plaster coaches now, yeah, appointing award that support, and as a Ghana man of that support. The switching up to this stage, so what performance and put you up. I mean, the switching who feels over to my boy.
Chris Hilton there, me, na me one of the people that me what deal with me, especially because who said
Where you
yeah
was
na
coming
you
from.
have profile.
Yeah.
At least say or your coach or what coach to the level of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Say Premier League and your league I will say oh at least before so we not just our credentials also. But Chris Hilton, me in as much as say no crying catching. Chris Hilton I one of the coaches what bay the team no before say even Ejimane Baba Senes. Because yeah, Copa Nigeria, yeah, man, say the technical advisor to Utuadu. Wabra George Watson, any Masoud Didi Dramani, almost supporting. Now, so okay, technical advisor. Yeah, Copa Nigeria qualified. What's up, Ben? Eddie World Cup. Eddie World Cup. Friendly games even before the World Cup. You free World Cup by say, you do Jumana Shawonsa. One who can't be hit the ground running. As Ushas, as I say, who are Jumano.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just you have the hit the ground running. But Chris Hilton, me there be am pempi no metaka semui. Say oyo ohufo. Oyo be oyo ohufo. So oyo be there be officer oyo cautious. But as much as oyo cautious, still he concedes. The entire defending. Not to concede. But the Chris Hilton we defend, but we still concede. Yes. And the first of Laubeka say be official game and a competitive game Chris Hilton elusu. But honestly, one me to me, so far games are what you know. unconvincing me say oh the best man for the job. Because watching this one, Black Stars game be I didn't say be go first half.
We have
The only game I should go
under
first half.
11 games
Yes.
under Kisuchi. We have only won that's actually one goal in the first
It's
half.
a one pair. That was the game against Central African Republic. Nenuna Kudu stake. And maybe by, but unfortunately due to VR, Majida Shimeru equalizer no, you cancel the out. So one thing is a security. They be able to no defensive. Team be how we are defensive no show. Team back. So they be able also count. They be and the approach to the game was so bad. The selection was so poor. The game management was at all-time low. Check also the substitutions. And yes, spot on.
But I think I'm surprised and I say social blasters under Utuado. Oh, walk up by your boy.
Yeah.
Now, I say, yes, I sign it.
Yeah, well, yes. Otuado, yes, or a trainer scout, but compare football, yeah, Otuado has been better than that. Otuado has been better than Chris. I know they compare there. Yeah, for that one, no doubt about it. And no, Yebo game, highly profile game, Yebo. Afcona, Yeba the ball. Now they runs for the Yebo Aqua Sassi, who doesn't have any experiences in this competition. Meanwhile, as I say, yeah, Kudus for game. Why not play Inaki Williams and then add Jordan Ayu? Jordan Embo behind Semenyo, Inaki Williams, Embo on the left, and Embo on the right, not Joseph Preserabo on the left. Let's say well, two guys are more up front, you two guys are more on the wings. One maintaining Baba Idris or any Majida Shimeru. Perfect. But what Jai runs for the one of the first half now, they was so changing. One changing. Or yeah, game number yes, or make changes, or the day are you buy, or then it's near my buy. Oh, ɛna ɔde nyinaa akyi baeɛ but I think Semenyo changed no so because Semenyo in the second half at a point he was warming himself into the game and that was in baby a woyɛ bia yɛwɔ adeɛ a yɛfrɛ no momentum time a wotumi gather momentum wotumi sɛ ade no waba mu time a Semenyo ɛbaa game no mu time no change no and it was very bad on that score and near here Osman Bukari so early within the game because our pace one view on betting them but what yeah bobon and I was a coach in Maji Jasmeru and or Abdul Samed Salis Ebem not just a double pivot at that point now 1-1 yes we have a result so are we going for a result or we are chasing a draw to make sure say the bear protected the result no fortunate and a mistake by collision between Richard Ofori and then Mohamed Salisu and a player yi ball no ba mo second goal na e dey 2-1 and no it was Richard Ofori night can you know it could have been a different story. Alexander Jiku also made some very good interventions in the second half. Come on, imagine say a ball against Kipet. Yeah, near chase game no. Omo 10 possessions, shot at goal, shot on target.
51%.
At the Chris. So in our second game against Egypt, Chris Hilton didn't know especially Sienya Kudusa. Honestly, for me, I wouldn't want to impose my much confidence in this game in any Egypt. Sienya Kudusa, honestly. Because the approach to the game now, the game management in here, the substitutions in here, and the substitutions or manager. At the end, will be baby son who say, is it Chris Hilton taking decision? And omo assistant no omo man this omo man advice on picking it be a better two sides of the coin because at times I ask myself say assistants almost read the game now because me a layman I'm just a sports journalist me yet technical person when it comes to coaching but at least games kakra must share my years of experience in terms of watching football, knowing the quality, knowing some few tactics based on idea. There are some basic or petty things. Oh, show game. What you say? At least change way the name can hear. And I say, oh, switching tactics. I say, oh, switching now. You say, consistent. So this one makes you question the technical brains of Chris Hilton. Obi baby sound say, Chris Hilton coaches badge now. Okonyano or Pasi and also because the incompetence they are legendary. The incompetence is legendary.
And also, can be said, one thing I say surprised me, say, coming from England, you know, so what that boss are.
Yeah, that bites.
As a bit to me, like in terms of dressing room, it looks like
he doesn't have the control. He doesn't have the
dressing
control.
room.
He doesn't have the control. And also one of the things that honestly It's worrying us. And for us to make this qualification, very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Egypt will be coming like a wounded lion in the second game.
Yeah, because of
They will leave no stone unturned. So who said already can Egypt after missing 3 consecutive AFCON.
Yeah.
Omoba back, they were in the finals.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they lost against Cameroon in 2017. On home soil, Obraham hosting round 16 and South Africa. Last AFCON, no more final. So say Omoba back, two of the 3 AFCONs, they were in the final. So this one, Adi Amoshani Cup, no. Not just a Rui Victoria, one team, and Yadi Apamon or so in that game, I know dia grokra, dia grokra. So it's a very, very tough game. Me, yes, in as much as critiquing, you're doubting the competence. Young players on some attitude.
But when you say because of the coaching now, I'm a players.
And also, but the players must show their vigor, their die-hard attitude. See, you know, 22 of Chelsea. At a point, now, coach, the Lampard no money ne Mikel Obi no money Bosingo money Drogba fa coach matter the Matthew ne wo bench Champions League yes you saw the players you know the anger so this is what I expect from the players. I had a call from a senior colleague from Ghana and then I did yes in as much as I blame coach no yes anka the attitude of the players on the field of play and nation Senegal yes what you say Sadio Mane so these are the kinds of things that we expect to see from our players.
Now, I don't cry, I say. Chris Wooty, you see, I say, anybody who say against the Pharaohs of Egypt, now I'm going to Ghana lose.
Yeah, Ghana lose. Already he has nothing to lose. Already he has nothing to lose, but a very difficult situation. And no any game we should have lost the game. At least Kayana draw. Nature say yeah mentality say no say you lose your last game against Mozambique. As I say, you say we so I am confused. As I say, I my group stage sling in every and say I share points build up. Me I say be a bit me qualify. Honestly, your jeopardize a situation. Tense situation a woman. Disadvantage Eddie Abama is lose now. Put you in a tight corner of which we can't afford to lose the next 2 games. As I say, maximum 4 points to make sure
going forward, who expect Chris Wooty against Egypt? What are the changes?
Against Egypt very difficult. So me we say count for 3 back. I don't expect to see the. And I say Oko 4 back. Only say Gideon Kwan Beko Ali to say and the next game against Egypt, I don't want to see them. So I expect to see Ali to say because Mobe buy home. Say you anima is either say Gideon Nebeko, but who say Gideon so Beko Mohamed Salah be one. And so you're very, very careful and very, very, very careful. So it's a game that I think say on for 3 back encore. No making sure say at least Obama expensive footballers now. For me, I expect to see someone like Osman Bukari starting in the next game against Egypt. Sienya Kudus be, but I think for me, I wish that Jordan should be on the bench. Yenya Osman Bukari, Yenya Enes Nyama, with Antoine Semenyo leading the attack. Yembo Majida Shimeru. Sekudus Nyanya fit in America Sebuya, near boy double pivot. But Sekudus here fit there, Yembechi Majida Shimeru, near more Salis Abdul Samet, and Baba Idrisu. Near making sure they provide enough shield for the back line to free up
because I'm not back
who say no about one defensive midfielder. So Majid often goes, even though by there, but you saw say one defensive midfielder. So one is a single pivot. So that's a narrow midfielder. Yeah, boy. But honestly, your game against Egypt today ain't very, very easy.
But that game will be open because Egyptians they will attack us.
Ain't an easy game at all. Ain't an easy game at all. We need to try as much as possible to grind the results. But confidence me take solace in say AFCON ya nyina match day 2 you lose match day 2 mienu pe 1984 e wo Cote d'Ivoire
but looking at the time when Ghana drew the Nations Cup, do you think that I was saying something to be an calculation?
Maybe a calculation there say say money more be
if you leave people mention Egypt, you mention the elephant of La Côte d'Ivoire. Black Stars of
Sɛ-
Ghana come next
yes,
in terms of
say
appearance.
you're more than mobile kukwasa saa deɛ asana calculation say and the count. Young up again. Chris Hilton must do better. Chris Hilton must know say as I saw changing the approach to the game. The type of defensive minded tactics in the game.
But don't you think say as a as a like the whole nation and as a the entire
yeah, problem in if in the problem yeah.
because as a
Problem in because number one, you free AFCON 2019 by Anna Mopamu Pesiapia. What was the reason Diana Modipamu? Up till now, you mean. And Upamu Kwesiapia, and coaches are Modia Benina, none of them has been better than
in
Kwesiapia.
terms of performance.
So it's a result of we keep on recycling failures.
Yeah.
The only thing was we qualify for 2022 World Cup, Qatar, and then also deceive you. Emma, you say, oh, your team.
Yeah,
Yes,
Nigeria.
we got 40 say, yeah, and you are free mind. So, and no deceive you. Qualifying for the World Cup, no deceive you. So we kept on recycling failures from Kosiapia to Siki Akono to Milova Rajevac to Otoado now to Chris Hilton. Everything has been in a disaster. And just so Pamu Kosiapia, coaches somebody bring in a CK, omode Weyaba, Milo, omode Otoado Aba. After na government edin wajim say nyamuna mutiaka. After government yen ebe appoint coach. And no
Because
the
I
result.
come back and say because with this Chris Hilton idiot. It is clear.
The
government of Ghana
many will say if you know if any ya and ya can
after US games
if any ya can ya coach. But one thing is that I can't too much. I can't next month February the contract be so meaning is saying better so you be paying coach. Honestly, Chris Hilton, yes, the government backed him. Government enya GD on besides that, journalists who no enya GD on but honestly we're letting it down. So I think we need to search for a new coach because Chris Hilton is there the coach who is he's not the coach who is going to help us. He's not the man for the job.
So you think that Ghana your problem no? Yeah, technical. Is it not the quality of players and as a players
Yes.
their charisma to fight for the nation?
What the quality in air compares to some of our quality back in the days they are above from Kakra.
Because I with Cape Verde players.
Yeah.
So far Ghana selection from 1 up to 11. If you want to choose, if say good players in Ghana they are fit. So what I say on a good day, 1 up to 11. Ebe start with Cape Verde.
So one thing is the problem. Say the medical catch on.
So
But one thing I make catch on is yes, all the Yayan team no air compare your previous teams your quality number from. But all they compare and air for you at least you see some quality kaka. You see your quality kaka. Number one, player attitude in it. Number two, the technical quality has not been the best. The technical game, no, you can have a bad side. A bit of say only team.
yeah.
But we a coach, we are very, very technically good. We bet me user progress. Benin Eba 2019 AFCON with Michel Doucier. Abu are defensive, but they kept on progressing. Yeni Omune group, Yeni Omune Cameroon, they qualified, they eliminated Morocco before Senegal in the quarterfinals. So, but no one said any flamboyant squad bias, I said any top players bias. But they have Michel Doucier, who knows African football. He has been with Burkina, he has been with Guinea, he has been with Togo and some other side. So he knows African football. Chris Hilton lacks knowledge on the continent.
So when I have
Yeah.
anything over far, some of the farm or far Zambia or Ivory Coast, even Morocco. By the time of Morocco, we said the Morocco team.
No, but he made sure they went to the qualify. They qualified to the World Cup.
Yes.
At least Omukoba they went to the AFCON after 2019 AFCON and or resigning it. And he went to Saudi Arabia. Obiye Juma or Saudi Arabia. World Cup.
So
I think
the technical team, Chris Hilton, he is our biggest
problem.
Yeah,
problem.
He's the biggest problem.
For currently is the problem, but who the generalize here, your FNO has been the biggest problem because Omuno problem in Aba. Kwesi apia pamuno any recycling failure sa na abanye di no aji na the Chris Hilton abanti obekum ye sa anti ani ne be ni nyina.
Currently we don't have consistent team.
Yeah.
But so we should to the World Cup no do we engineer and play and qualify from the group stage. but we saw say we
Yeah,
also
at
say
least
I
it
say
was a better performance.
so who
At least it
I
was a
say
better
I mean you were prominent say
performance. Yeah,
going forward in you're being a good team.
yeah,
But
yeah.
under this case good team, but this is the coach into so on a record no as interference will yeah
Obiara interfere,
interfere
but wasa son was anti. You can't say. Yes, you hope for the better. I did because a bomb empire, but see, I am by one zoom quantity. Open Pioneer is technically and tactically also open homody now. Make it yourself be a pre game now. Amani Marcos.
well group C so bon group C group A so far
So
about group
group
B
see
about
the
group C
Senegal edi kan akyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ major statement na ɔma making no
yeah
ɔmo pa kyerɛ sɛ title na ɔmo gye no ɛnyɛ fluke
yeah
ɔmo pɛ sɛ if they had the chance they want to do it again
so
so say the second game ɛkɔ so ɛna Guinea ne Cameroon
so
ɛbɔ akɔyɛ 1-1
my biggest problem is if you come to group A you mentioned the fans of La Cote d'Ivoire. Then you mentioned Super Eagles of Nigeria.
yeah
What's a dinner kuta omono?
yeah
They will qualify from the group.
yɛnhwɛ anim but surprises betumi aba
Surprise is beating about, but mostly no so yeah na yeah dear no.
yeah
So
within the big teams yɛne ne asa paa
yes,
yɛne ne likely sɛ betumi afiri
so that is my biggest worry because all these big the superpowers of the African football, at least we say they will progress from the group stage. So Nigeria team we cry so Nigeria performance. The last Nations Cup, Nigeria top in the group with 7 points. Though went me and Konnedy. So but look at Ghana. The last this is the third Nations Cup Ayakwa. We get make in terms of bad performance.
yeah ɛno pɛpaa so
So
ɛsɛ sɛ ehu sɛ deɛ
2021.
ɛsɛ sɛ ehu ne ɛbɛyɛ
Well, Awa Mohammed and Ebusu and then to drink on no. And see, and Black Stars of Ghana after a defeat to the Blue Sharks of Cape Verde, no. And yeah, John who I was with GA Sports, you know, coach Bobista. I mean, like he's a former defender, the national team of Cape Verde. And then now our treasure and Chris Wooten, no, born or born. Chris Wooten, no, was because I wish Bobista, Juma or yeah, Nora. Boys no the ɔka de I mean how nationalistic way minded that they are money back game no na ɔhwɛ boys na I mean ɔmo toto paapaa so na under Chris Wooten na no game na yɛde yɛnya kwanya hwɛ game no from the stadium na in fact na ɛha adwene so finally no Ghana for tie
well I think sɛ Ghana for ɛnya emu didie kakra yes in as much as nneɛma nhyɛ da nkɔ yie ɛna first game na nhyɛ da nkɔ yie yɛnya the best of the result we lost by 2-1 against the Cape Verdeans but mommɔ mpaeɛ ma yɛ nyame boa nneɛma bɛyɛ yie and yɛwɔ gyidie sɛ with the result a yɛakyerɛ on match day 2 for the Black Stars of Ghana yɛwɔ gyidie sɛ at least yɛbɛtumi ayɛ better results against the Pharaohs of Egypt
okay
ɛwɔ nyame boa
our
Thursday
obi message was say hi let you know that let Ali know that in for trophy and not individual records. Also, he should stick to his role and not wandering over the pitch. He's talking of
Andrea you
Andrea Yu.
but ɛno Andrea you ɔbaa game no ɛno ne attitude on the game on the field of play na yɛ ɛno I felt sɛ if sɛ na ɔbɛbɔ deɛ ka ɛsɛ sɛ ɔba ntɛm koraa and megye di sɛ Kudus ntumi nhyɛ ase against Egypt a sɛ Andrea you at least nyɛ ɔkyerɛ no ano deɛ
Yes, because honestly,
yes honestly
second half
ɔbaa
of
no
Bayern
and
bad.
ɛkyerɛ wo sɛ
No,
ɔhyɛ
bad.
aseɛ back
Yeah.
in competitive football no ɛsan sɛ na ne contract ne Nottingham Forest ɛsan yɛ a ɔkɔyɛ free agent ɔba back to Le Havre no at least sɛ wotumi sɛ ɔwɔ me ne ho in the
Because
game
I
no
know, I saw seriousness
yes
in
yes
Andrea
I know
Yu.
I know and the zeal the
So,
vigor the
yeah.
die hard attitude no you a bit of that on the field of play so you're looking forward to seeing a better result against the Pharaohs of Egypt.
Well, Awa Mohammed of Kesben, and Dean Komo, these are aftermath of last year's game against Cape Verde, loser against Cape Verde, and only and then ahead of Egypt, the Pharaohs of Egypt, yɛbɛtumi awɔ ne game no anaasɛ yɛbɛtumi anya score line I mean to secure us the score line to bɛtumi secure us to the qualification there then is a win na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtumi nya against the Pharaohs of Egypt anyɛ saa because aside the win no sɛdeɛ na awɔ ɛka no then you have to struggle to beat Mozambique na afei so wasa aka twɛn other results a ɛbɛpie mu no because of group A up to 5 F no third best and so a bit more team to qualify to a run of 16 no. but your performance so far no as to say you bet me ama to chat side no as a third best no that is ade ba ko a ye nyina ye dwendwe no so back home no say mpaebɔ so ye adwuma because the mpaebɔ na ye ka no is not in the game say mpaebɔ no benya a reflection in the game nemu no at the lack e betimi abrɛn because no as a wo hwɛ gu a ye share ye officials it is allow ye a ebi ankasa goal ni stay a ɔmo nkejinja boys no ma etimi qualify the call and as etimi boost ɔmo etimi enya win against Ekeped. So it was very bad performance from the Black Stars team and then the technical team no and our Adika kind of shooting there. I mean he has been a disappointing since I was taking over the Black Stars yeah, coaching. He has been disappointing. So we are looking forward to say Thursday against the Pharaohs of Egypt no yɛbɛtumi anya ɛho nsesae bi ɛwɔ the coach Chris Hughton because no game a yɛhwɛ yɛ deɛ in fact na Chris Hughton ɔno ankasa Chris Hughton na wɔgyina touchline no you see say the boys no the passion no was not there to die for nation Ghana no so sɛnea bɛdi kan no Black Stars of Ghana so wohwɛ the last edition of the two nations cup a yɛbɔ atwam 2019 2021 ni nyinaa na the performance no has been very bad looking at the pedigree ɛwɔ nations cup the big guns the Pharaohs of Egypt ɔmo kɔte die they are rising where Nigeria the Super Eagles of Nigeria after some win in 2013 no ɔmo nso kɔte die ɛni ɔmo aba ɔmo nso rise because the last nations cup Nigeria enya ama ase 7 points ɛwɔ the group na ɔde top the group though say wantimi ankɔ n'anim ankodu baabi a na Nigeria for ɛhwɛ deɛ sɛ wohwɛ Ghana performance na so far personal performance against the Verde so we are looking forward to say ɛda yawada no deɛ yɛbɛhu Chris Hughton ne players no sɛ ɔmo bɛtumi make a positive change ama Black Stars bɛtumi akɔ yɛn anim but from yɛ a yɛwɔ ha yi deɛ ɛwɔ Abidjan ne deɛ we are disappointed in Chris Hughton paa the performance so far no ɔde na di so abere ne abere biara no nim sɛ yɛbɛtena ase na afei no yɛ update mu nneɛma a ɛkɔ so wɔ Black Stars camp na afei so no abɔn Cote d'Ivoire mɔntene no yɛ update mu sɛneɛ Korea no nso so teɛ ɛwɔ Cote d'Ivoire mɔntene ne nua ɛyɛ Awa Mohammed ɛna mote nka no ɛwɔ ha no Ayat nso so gyina mfidie no akyi a wɔrekyinkyin ama yɛde live show no ɛde ɛbrɛ mu nti no nyame adoma mi sɛ da wɔkyena no yɛde update bebree ɛde bɛfiri Abidjan ɛde abrɛ mu na afei nso no Yamuso kuro nso so no Yamuso kuro ɛhɔ na third group C and then group D ɔmo nso ɛwɔ hɔ a ɔmo games no ɛkɔ so nti yɛda wɔkyena no yɛde update bebree nso no ɛbɛfiri hɔ de aba sɛ ne deɛ yɛde si a menim sɛ Ayat ɛwɔ biribi ka okay Ayat yɛmfa nsi a na ɛda wɔkyena no yɛmmra live biem na afei no yɛne mo mɛdi nkita ho ɛmfa the Black Stars of Ghana yɛ ahead of yɛ game a yɛne Egypt bɛbɔ ɛne other games a ne nyinaa no ɛkɔ so AFCON no mu nti ne deɛ yɛakra mo